Working on it. Well, hello, everybody. Dr. Brad Nelson here. And this is an interview that I've been anticipating actually for quite some time. I am here with my good friend, Ken Honda. And if you haven't heard of Ken, he is very, very well known, especially in Japan. He sold 8 million books there. He's the author of Happy Money and quite a few other books, right, Ken? You've written quite a few other ones.
Yes, I have indeed. And thank you so much for inviting me to your show.
Well, thank you so much for being willing to be interviewed. As I was telling you earlier, I just recently finished your book, Happy Money, and really enjoyed it, loved it, and I think it's a book that everybody really needs to read because it tells the truth, I think, about money. And for many years we did an event. A big event, live event called the Ultimate Health, Wealth, and Relationship Retreat. And it was always interesting because we would do the health and the relationships, and then the last day was money. Mm-hmm. And you could almost feel everyone tighten up. As soon as I mentioned the word money, it's like, you could almost hear it. Because there's a lot of baggage and a lot of stuff about money, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So tell me about Happy Money. How did this all start for you?
So to make my story very short, I had a very interesting upbringing about my father being a very successful tax accountant. So money was never taboo in my house. He started teaching me about money since I was 5 or 6. And by the age 10, I knew pretty much about investing and business. And, of course, it's knowledge. But I started having this interest in money. And I met so many both individuals who were very happy and also who are not that happy. And I realized, depending on your relationship with money, you become very happy person or very unhappy person. And it's not how much money you have or how much money you make. It's about how you have a relationship with money. So that's when I came up with this idea, happy money, because if you have happy money, your life will be very happy. And if you have unhappy money by doing what you don't like or bringing the money that it's not really in the right way to just leave your code with, and then your money is crying in your wallet.
Yeah, that's interesting. Happy money, sad money. What's the difference between those two? Or I guess happy or unhappy money. How would you describe that?
Happy money, it makes you smile when you receive it. Like if you coach somebody, if you did some business with your clients and you receive money, so your clients say, thank you so much, Dr. Nelson, you really helped my life. That is happy money. And unhappy money is that something that you do to bring food on the table. You hate it, but you have to do it. So you take money almost like alimony, and then you feel resentful about money because you don't want to pay the bills. You feel grudges against money, and then your money becomes unhappy money. It gives you bad feeling whenever you think of money. You feel squeezed and frustrated, and money is just neutral energy, but it depends on how we react to money. We become a totally different person.
So tell me about, you talk in the book quite a bit about money EQ.
Uh-huh.
And how would you describe that?
And so I feel a little shy because I'm talking to Jesus, and then I have to talk about the Bible, because
No.
you're the master of emotions. But since people are watching, I'm just going to interview you later. But emotions are very interesting. Money can pull up the best and the worst emotions from you. So unless you heal your money emotions, which is your expertise, your money stays very unhappy. And if you can heal your past with money, then you have a better or a neutral relationship again. And by having a better relationship, money, since money touches every area of your life, your relationships improve, your peace of mind, your excitement, your ikigai, or how to find your life purpose, also comes into your life, which will enrich your life. So, by having a different relationship with money, you can have a totally different life.
Well, when as I was reading Happy Money, I just found myself thinking, "Oh my gosh, my kids need this book."
Or
everybody,
everybody.
everybody that I know, yes, exactly, and that's why we're doing this interview because I want everybody to go out and get the book. Now they can get the book on
Uh-huh.
Amazon,
Hmm.
um, and I got it on Audible. I like to listen to
Uh-huh.
books. Um, so tell me about this journey that you have been on. What's this been like for you? And how many books have you actually written? And are they all about this? Are they all about money, happy money, or are they about other topics too?
I
Because
have
most of them are in
lost
Japanese, right?
Yes, I have lost count on how many books I've written because when I just Google or when I check in on Amazon, there are about like 200 books.
Oh my
It
gosh!
comes in small books and soft cover and hardcover. But I think
Uh-huh.
my original work is somewhere around 70 books,
Wow.
mostly on happiness, how to find it, how to find your gifts, how to find your life purpose or ikigai, or how to monetize your gifts, which is another medium book seller, and also books like 17 Things to Do in Your Teens, 20s, 30s. That was a mega bestseller. We sold about 2 million copies. So I have all the collection of books which are waiting to be translated into English fairly soon.
Good. Yeah, because wow, that one sold 2 million in Japanese.
Yes, which has a population of 120, one third of US. So, that will explain how many books I have sold. And my books are very simple and easy to read, and I cannot talk about complicated stuff. So the other day, 10-year-old boy came to me. He was accompanied by his mom, and he said, "Ken, your book is very easy. I finished your book in 30 minutes. Like, I know more difficult words, but this I hate this guy, but it's okay. 10-year-old boy enjoys my book, which I took as a compliment.
I love that. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. When I was writing the emotion code book, I had my concerns. I didn't want it to be. I wanted it to be easily understood by
Mhm.
everybody, and so that was actually one of the things that it was actually when I would go to write on the book, write when I would work on the book, I would actually pray before I would work on it and ask, please help me to make this really simple because some of the concepts in the emotion code,
Mhm.
about quantum physics and so on, you can get pretty deep on and go down the rabbit hole quite a ways. But I love that the 10-year-old. Um, we've had the same kind of experience with the emotion code. Well, I think that the beauty of true things is that they're easily understood, right?
Mhm.
And children can get it, and that's really cool. Tell me about some of the fun success, or what are some of your most fun successes that you have seen? Because I'm sure you've changed countless lives
Mhm.
with this work that you've done, and thank you for all the great work that you've done all these years and that you continue to do. Tell us some fun stories.
So, one of the fun stories I got is about another boy who went on shopping with his mom, and when his mom was about to buy something, and the little boy just pulled his mom and said, "Mom, is this happy money you're spending?" And then she said she put it back. She put her back back, and then said, "Yeah, you're right." So even this like 8-year-old boy gets the idea that your parents are spending on important things or not. So
So
if you're a spender, you have to really ask yourself,
yeah,
is this really necessary to spend?
Well, and one of the great things about the book, folks, is how Ken outlines all these different kinds of, what would you say, like almost like personality types
Right.
that deal with money.
Hmm.
So you can find yourself in there.
Yes, you can be a spender, which is very interesting culturally. I just got back from a world around trip. I started from Europe and then west, 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 and I just ended up back in Japan. And it's interesting culturally because if you're in a certain culture, you get influenced by what's going on in your culture. Like in North America, people are spenders. You have a fear of missing out. So you have to spend, 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 borrow on credit cards, and then enjoy life. So whereas Japanese people or Asian cultures, they are almost brainwashed to save, save, save. So they try to save money no matter what. So saving money is a key to happiness and security. And so in that culture, you become a saver. You save any money. You cut out coupons. So just instead of going out and do parties, you just save the money. And they're gamblers, and also they are warriors. They worry about money no matter what. And it's very interesting how you are born and brought up in the same household. When I was doing taxes with my accountant, tax accounting my father and also my brother, I just found we were at the conference table. The father passed away, and the mom and three kids are in the conference room. Just we're talking about estate taxes, and three kids are totally different. Like the first son is like a Wall Street type. He wore nice expensive suit. The second was a daughter, very simple, wearing like a Gap, very casual. And the third one is a complete hippie with piercings everywhere. So like what? I mean, they are born and brought up under the same roof, but they came out very differently. One became a money maker, the other one money indifferent, the third one is hippie.
Mm.
So your innate personality just pushes you toward that money personality.
Yeah, isn't that interesting? These kids, my wife and I have 8. We raised 7 together, and then we adopted one, and they all come prepackaged, don't they? Their own
Yes.
little personalities, and wow, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, and it's nothing right or wrong. It's just different. But I do money couple counseling a lot, which I will probably do a TV show later in North America. It's interesting, the complete opposite types get attracted and they end up getting married, like a saver and also spender, money maker and spender, they got married because if you're a money maker, your life is boring. You do business, make money, and they don't know how to spend money, how to enjoy. And the spender, they know how to enjoy life. They know how to find good restaurants and nice vacations. So they are attracted to one another. And then after 5 years, they are thinking of divorce because the spender thinks like he's so boring, I don't know
Mhm.
why I got married with him. And then he would complain, my wife is spending like crazy. At the rate of it's going, I'll go bankrupt. So the same reason that got them together could be the same reason for divorce. So unless you understand who you are in terms of money personality type, you would be very confused.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Have you seen quite a few marriages that once people realize their type, that it's helped them to stay together?
Yes, I've saved so many marriages. So after I save my marriages, their marriages, the kids are born. They call them Ken Honda babies. I have hundreds of them, and it's interesting how they turn out, and then they get the romance back, and they become very happy. But anyway, so, like once you realize that your wife or your husband are not just stupid with money or compulsive moneymaker or compulsive spender, They want you to enjoy life. They want you to enjoy money. And the story could be opposite, but they're trying to have a beautiful life. And you have a different approach. One goes more through security, the other goes through experiencing. So you can learn from one another. So, and also it's the same with culture. If Japanese people learn how to spend more money, enjoy life, that's great. If American people learn how to save more money and just find security, they'll worry less about money. They'll probably feel less stress about money if they have this saving habits. So nobody is right by itself, but if you learn from the other money personality types, your life would be more fun or more stable or more stress free.
That's really interesting. So let me ask you something. When you have somebody that um, when you teach people to start, um, you talk in the book about using that word arigato, which means
Yes.
thank you, right?
Mhm.
Can you tell everybody about how you use that word and what you teach about that?
So one of my mentors is Wahe Takeda, who used to be called Warren Buffett of Japan. And when I first met him, I asked him, "What is the secret of money?" And what would you ask Warren Buffett if you have one question? And I said that. And he said, "Arigato your money." And I got pushed away from the guy just was who was in line because he wanted to ask Wahe another question. And I was confused. Arigato your money? Is that the answer? And
Uh,
later on, I had the second opportunity to sit down with him. This time, I could spend hours talking about investing and the law of money and the power of appreciation. And I realized that by appreciating your money, when money comes in to your life, you can say arigato the money coming in because that means somebody trusted in you. Somebody thought you do a good job. So out of 20,000 other coaches, other healers, other doctors, they chose you. One out of like 50 dry cleaners, they chose you. Out of many hundreds of restaurants, they chose your restaurant. So that means that they placed certain trust in you. So you can appreciate for the trust and also that they chose you because they like you. They believe you're going to do a good job. So feel the trust, feel the appreciation, and then the money comes with it. So by appreciating money coming in, you can open doors for new abundance. And when you pay bills, the same thing. If you can appreciate the money you're spending for electricity or bills at the restaurants or at the shopping mall, you are exchanging your money with a cup of coffee or nice meals or clothes, whatever you just bought. You can appreciate them for cooking the meals, making the shirt, or bringing whatever the service. And then, wow, thank you so much for doing this for me. So with the money I have, you're rendering your service, or you're giving me this product. Thank you so much for that. So by appreciating both ways, you can start this cycle of appreciation, and it doesn't cost you anything. By doing that, you just feel appreciated when you receive money. You feel appreciated when you just spend your money. And subconsciously, you think money is a fun thing. Money is a great thing. So as a result, you have no resistance in attracting more and spending more. But if you think money is the scary thing, money is a source of all evils or source of stress, then you want to push away the money.
mm-hmm.
Most of us are feeling this attraction to money. So we're saying like, money, come on. And also that when money gets close to you, no, 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 you shouldn't come to my house. So this
Right.
love and hate relationship is there with money.
Yeah, that makes it really difficult. When you're when you're wanting it, but secretly you're not wanting it. Uh, that's really fun. Well, I'm going to try to put that into practice myself. And the nice thing about that is that you know being in gratitude is such a high vibration. right?
Yes.
Um, and since we're dealing with money all the time, you know, accepting it, paying it, and so on. That's a great way, I think, to stay in a higher level. So, you talked about forgiveness too
Hmm.
in your book,
Yes.
which I thought was really neat. Um, uh, Tell us a little bit about that. What you
So,
think?
we have done so many terrible things to ourselves, and also parents did terrible things too. At the time, your parents could be in their 20s and 30s. And if you are over that age, you know how stupid we could be in your 20s and 30s. So your parents didn't know anything about money, anything about child parenting. And
Yeah.
then without a license to parent, most of us go into parenting. So there's no wonder parents could be abusive. Some are very healthy, but most of us are very dysfunctional. So when we're kids, we're being scolded, we're being hit, we're being just abused verbally or energetically. And either way, we felt abandoned. We felt squeezed by what happened or what didn't happen at the time. So I remember when I was 7 years old, I wanted a mountain bike for myself. I thought I was grown up enough to do that and just go wherever I wanted. And I was denied. My mom said, "That's too expensive for you." And that, in her mind, we had money. So in her mind, that's too early for you. But I feel like I was denied, I'm not worth that mountain bike. That's expensive for me. And that really stayed with me for many years. And later I understand that she didn't abuse me, but when I ask around my friends, all of us had the very similar experiences that we were denied for summer camps. We wanted to have a bike. And it's interesting, depending on your generation, your toys could be different. Could be PlayStation or
Mhm.
Nintendo Switch or the summer camps or ballet lessons, whatever that is. We've been denied because we're not worth it. So by forgiving our parents, by forgiving the people who stole our money or who are not doing anything honest with us, we still have these grudges. So by just letting go of these grudges or frustrations and stress, um, I will just call it let it be washed with healing energy, and then the stuckness will be resolved. So by forgiving our past, by accepting what it is, we can have the second chance with money.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I love that. My own feeling about that is that you can't really have total peace in your life until you've forgiven everybody.
Yes.
That everybody that you've wronged, and a lot of the time, the hardest person to forgive is us, right? So,
Yes, yes, exactly. And talking about that, maybe one tip I can share with you is like I'm sure you have lost money, like what's going on in the stock market. You've made terrible decisions, but you don't know at the time. So I always kind of like it's a half joke, but it's half truth. Truth is that when we lost money with some kind of scam or cryptocurrency investing, we have lost tens of thousands of dollars in bad investment and bad business deals. I always think of it this way. My mentor told me, when you are not intelligent enough, the goddess of abundance thinks, Ken, you're not smart enough yet. So I'll take the money away from you and then put it in God's account. So the goddess of abundance keeps your money until you're ready. And then so your money is not lost. I talk about this in my YouTube, and then hundreds of thousands of people really enjoy the idea. So I'm just sharing with you in for
yeah,
English speaking people. Your money is never lost. It's kept safe in God's escrow account. And the key is when you're ready, it'll be cashed out. I have talked to hundreds of millionaires, and they said, "Yeah, Ken, so right. You know, I think the money I lost in my 20s, I got it back 100 times more." So I think you're probably interested in, Ken, when can I get it back?" Right? So
right.
when you're ready, when you are smart enough, mature enough to be able to give yourself out to the world, That means that you're enjoying your gift. You know who you are, and by surrendering, by sharing what you have, your heart, your gift, or your energy, make somebody smile, serve other people. If you just keep doing it right, you have a lot of smiling people, smiling clients around you. And then the goddess of abundance looks at you from heaven and she said, okay, you're ready. Here's your money. And then your money will be reimbursed into your account. So until then, just don't cry.
I really like that. That's I think it'll be comforting to a lot of people, especially right now with all the crazy
Yes,
stuff going on with the stock market and so
yes,
on.
yes. It'll be kept in safe, so don't worry about it.
So now you have another book that's in English
Mhm.
besides Happy Money.
Yes,
Was that the second book that you wrote? And what's the name of that one?
it's
Yeah,
called True Wealth. True Wealth.
True Wealth.
Yeah, it's a it's a novel. It's about a grandfather leaving 9 letters to his grandson. So one day, this 20-year-old boy receives a package from his grandfather, and his grandfather is a multimillionaire. And even though he had so much money, he donated all the money to charity. So in the letter, he said, "Grandson, sorry, I just donated all the money to charity, so you're not going to get penny from me. But the good news is I left 9 letters for you. So go out, enjoy life." And then there are 9 letters inside the package. Each of them had a title. The first one, synchronicity. The second one, decision. Third, action. So one by one, something interesting happens. And then he opens up the letter and interesting stories follow. So I just wrote a novel based on what I have learned over the years from my mentors, and I put it in a format. So a lot of people have experienced this journey with this 20-year-old boy by opening up one letter after another. So I sold more than 100,000 copies in the world, and it's in English and Japanese. And right now, in as we speak, they are not being translated into many different languages.
Beautiful. How many copies of is Happy Money your biggest seller
Uh,
of all the books?
uh, I have sold multiple books, more than 1 million copies. So in English, in Japanese. So I'm also writing a book on happy money and ikigai in English,
Uh,
and 4 or 5 more books are being translated. So you are going to probably see some of my books in bookstore very soon. One by one. I'm like a machine. I publish every 2 or 3 months. I keep just it keeps
wow.
coming in, so I have to let it go. It's like happy money coming in. I have to let them go. So
That's fantastic. Wow. I wish I was so prolific. Um, let's see if we've got some comments coming in. Would you want to maybe take a question or two from our
sure, sure.
audience?
I'm very happy to do that.
Okay, fantastic. Well, let's see. Um, let's see. Lacey says going to be getting this book for sure. Thank you, Ken and Dr. Brad. Lacey's my assistant, so
Mhm.
she has to say that. But Pam says, love this.
Mhm.
Debbie, love Ken Honda.
Thank
There's
you.
Tomomi Kobayashi. Hello, what an exciting talk session. Happy love and money. Norma, I have the book, but haven't read it yet. This is definitely a motivation to start reading it. Yes, you're
Mm,
gonna love it. You're gonna love it. I
thank you.
absolutely did. Um, let's see here. Asuka says this is wonderful. Arigato money. Yeah. So great. Let's see here. Darius Barazanda. I haven't talked to you for a long time. In fact, I have to tell you something. Darius was doing uh, what were they called back then? They were like a podcast, kind of a teleseminar thing. Remember those?
Mhm. Mhm.
And I was on Darius's, and we talked about money back then, and it was the most popular show I think that we had done, that I had done, for a long, long time.
Mhm.
John Leah says gratitude is free. True, huh? The best things in life are free. And let's see. Calix says, let's remember to acknowledge and feel our feelings rather than gloss over our pain and aim straight to just forgive the abuser. Yeah. Well, Ken, you've probably seen this quote by Lewis Smedes. He said, forgiveness is like setting the prisoner free only to find out that the prisoner was you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if any of you have any questions for Ken, here's one coming in from Debbie. Can you see these, Ken?
Yes, Ken, do you live in the United States?
There you go.
No, right now I'm in Japan. I flew back from Los Angeles yesterday. So I'm applying US visa so I get to work and stay as long as I want. But I don't know about the current administration about their policy. So if I get it, I will probably spend more time in North America. If I don't, I'll just probably do Zoom. You know, the visa is very interesting. If I'm physically in North America and do the work, it's illegal. But if I teach from Japan on Zoom, I'm okay. So
Mm.
like the visa situation um, didn't really imagine at the time that Zoom would is available. So it's kind of weird. So if I taught Zoom seminar in North America, probably that's illegal. So
Weird.
yeah.
Crazy stuff. Well, Pamelia says, thank you for sharing him with us. Can't wait to buy the book. Yeah. Yeah. You should all go out and buy the book. I highly recommend it. And it's the Audible version of it is really good. So you can go to
Mhm.
Amazon and get the book, audible.com. You probably, most people have an Audible account, but if you don't, you can go there and then you can listen to it, which is really a great way to do it. So Debbie has a question.
Do you give talks? Yes, I give talks all the time. Um, and I have been interviewed by many great people, such as yourself. So I have a lot of interview videos on YouTube, so you can just check out those. So I'm very happy to talk to thousands of people. I love small groups too. So I've done enough in Japanese. So now I'm very excited to do this in English speaking countries.
Yeah, really fun. Well, thank you, Ken. This has been a really fun little interview, and
Thank you.
I think that a lot of people are going to be getting your book, and I'm excited to see. I can't believe how many books you've written. I'm just kind of amazed. I don't know how you do
Yes,
it.
I'm embarrassed because I'm a book addict talking about the personalities. I cannot. My hands are shaking all the time because I have to type something.
Wow. Um, well, here's a good book, or a good comment from Suzanne.
Yes, my book is so easy to read. I cannot write complicated stuff both in Japanese and English. So my vocabulary is the 10-year-old. So, I can read, a 10-year-old person can read my books in like 2 hours. So oftentimes young people come to me, Ken, your books is the first that I read from start to finish. So they feel so accomplished with my book because my book is the first to read to the end. So they feel this sense of accomplishment. That means that's very easy to read.
Oh, that's so sweet. Akashi Kobayashi says, Ken Sun, you're amazing. Thank you so much for all the love and for sharing the principles of love and money. Such important principles. Serenity says, how would you heal from having your money stolen as a child by your own mother?
Yes, that's I think Dr. Nelson's field, but I think by forgiving what happened, she definitely needed the money. So when somebody stole your money from your past in the past, I always ask my clients, okay, so the money was more needed than your mom or somebody. So your money is stored once again in a safe. So just don't worry about it. It's not stolen forever. So if you're in the right place, the money will be reimbursed. So if you can forgive somebody for stealing the money, that was that happened that way. So you can get it back. So if you
Yeah.
know you can forgive and you can get the money back, you feel all right.
Yeah, I love that thought that there's kind of like a celestial bank account and your
Mhm.
money is just up there and it'll come back to you when you're good and ready. So you haven't really lost anything. I love that. It's not a zero sum kind of a game. It's still it's still there. Um, Rosaline says, funny story. I will take Dr. Nelson's certificate to work releasing emotions to save enough money to take my daughter to Japan. Thank you both. Fun.
Oh, that's fun.
Um, Jen Leah says, I hold book clubs with my 13 and 15-year-old daughters. This will be next. Oh, man. That's wonderful. I mean, imagine, you know, imagine learning these principles as a child,
Uh-huh.
and then practicing this the rest of your life. It can just be so freeing. And then Lacey has one. She says, do you have a favorite affirmation to bring in more abundance?
Mhm.
What do you think?
Yes, yes. Yeah, I really appreciate that people, just enjoying all the affirmations I share. So whenever you feel jealousy, for example, like your friends got lucky money or promotions or their books are being published, you feel jealousy. And then when you see somebody gets ahead and successful, the affirmation I share is, I am next. So when you see somebody is becoming happy, abundant, you say, "Wow, thank you, I'm next." Because that
It's beautiful.
by seeing what's in front of you, you can have it. So if you have that mentality, and then you don't have to worry about scarcity. So your mindset will be from scarcity to abundance.
I love that. Well, this has really been fun. Thank you, Ken, for your time. I know you've got to be a little bit jet lagged, right?
Just a little bit, but I'm too excited. So a lot of happy hormones are just released. So I'm in bliss. So thank you so much, Bradley, Dr. Nelson. Thank you.
Well, I love you, Ken. Thank you for all the great light that you've been bringing into the world all this time, and all the
Thank you.
healing that you've helped people to do. God bless you. And in about 12 hours, we're going to have another interview, and then you'll be interviewing me on your Zoom, right?
Yes, yes, this is exciting. You're my soul brother, and I have such huge respect for you. So all those kind words for me, I'm just sending back to you. You're amazing, and I want to share how much Japanese people appreciate Dr. Bradley Nelson for his kindness and, as you know, his sense of humor, and the whole family is very well accepted. So bring the whole group. That would be fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, here we have an arigato from Akashi. Arigato. And
Thank you.
Ken, arigato to you. Thank you.
Arigato to you.
You're a great man, and this has been so much fun. So we'll talk again soon.
Thank
Very
you.
soon.
So I'm sending you lots of happy money energy to you. Thank you. Arigato, arigato, arigato.
Thank you all.